Scroll Toyota, leading the way every day. Atkins Scroll Toyota, symbols of trust.
Superior Court Judge Anita Sicola's courtroom was packed with empty chairs, brought in for a pool of 100 potential jurors who were scheduled to go through the voir dire process or jury selection. It was supposed to be day one of the Blue House trial, but the jurors never made it into Judge Sicola's courtroom. Instead, at the very last minute, police officer Anthony Kenga, in a move that caught Judge Sicola off guard, asserted his right to a speedy trial.
He changed his mind, Mr. Kenga? Is that correct?
I'm speaking with my attorney.
What about you, Mr. Timlin? You're the one that's taking me up to the Supreme Court, and you have something that's due tomorrow at the Supreme Court regarding your client's release. And he was the one, too, insisting on a speedy trial. What are we doing today?
He's changed his mind also, Your Honor. It's in writing, and of course, whatever happens in the Supreme Court happens. Either he's in jail or out of jail while we're waiting, but it's not going to have much effect on this.
At a pretrial hearing yesterday, Kenga's counsel, attorney Sylvia Stakes, made a last-minute request to extend the trial by 10 days. That request was denied, prompting Stakes to advise Kenga that she is not thoroughly prepared to defend him. Stakes had just been appointed earlier this month, and by law, she is allowed up to 5 days to prepare for trial. Judge Sicola noted that it's been about 2 weeks since she was appointed to represent Kenga.
All right, you had more than the 5 days to prepare. Actually, you've been on the case for nearly about 20 days.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, that still is not enough to organize everything to prepare for a trial.
What is your position regarding all of this change of circumstance, Mr. Kwan?
Your Honor, the people have gone to great lengths to prepare. We have
Yes.
witnesses ready to fly.
We're here.
That being said, we do not want in any way to set up an appeal for ineffective assistance of counsel. If and when we get conviction, this has to stick. So if mistake needs the additional time, people will not object.
Before arriving at her decision, Judge Sicola lectured and reminded the defense attorneys that she had been prepared for trial at the defendant's own insistence. In fact, Manila himself filed a writ of mandate with the Supreme Court over the violation of his speedy trial rights, which meant the court was mandated to take him to trial within 45 days of his assertion. When that writ was denied, Judge Sicola hastily set the case for trial. But perhaps it was a thought of life behind bars due to an unqualified defense that changed the police officer's mind.
I am going to do this, counsel, in light of any possible appeal for any malpractice or not representing your client to the best of your ability, and because you have a co-actor, that could also affect your client's case, Mr. Timlin, because the defendants could serve life imprisonment without any possibility of parole, or maybe with parole. The court is reluctantly going to continue this pre-trial conference and trial.
While she agreed to give the defense more time to prepare, she also cautioned the defense attorneys about further attempts to delay the trial. Both defense lawyers indicated that they may file additional motions before trial begins.
And take me up again to the Supreme Court and delay this matter? That's my concern. Every lawyer that came in here had a novel theory. Every lawyer that came in here had a different attitude regarding the defendant. As you can tell, we're ready. I'm ready.
This was our last chance to catch you before the impanelment.